Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I thought it would be fun to share with you some plants I own in duplicate. So when I went around writing down this list, like I was looking at the plants I had, I thought I was gonna have maybe 3 to 5, maybe 6. I had over 10. And I guess I didn't realize how many plants I buy multiples of, because like, for example, I'm looking at them right here, my variegated string of pearls. I have 3 of those because I did a video called comparing 3 plants. So obviously I have 3 of those, but there are some plants I just love so much that I had to buy another one right when I saw it. But I know that if I had just waited, like, most of these plants that I bought a duplicate of, I bought it back to back. So I saw this plant one day and then like a week later I saw it again, so I bought it again because I thought I would never see it again, you know. But I actually own a lot of plants in duplicate, so I could do this video probably 3 times over. So if you like this, let me know, I could do another one. And these are plants I purchased a second one of. I didn't propagate it and make another one. I went out and bought another one because I love the first one so much, I wanted another one. So the first one I want to show you, also I did only bring in one representative of the plants in here, but I'll put a video up on the screen of the other plants. You can see what it looks like too. But the first one I want to mention is my beautiful scindapsus pictus exotica. I mean, it's very obvious why I have this one in duplicate. Look at those leaves. I know this looks like it would be a really difficult plant, but it is so insanely easy. I do have a whole video on the care for this plant, at least how I care for it, and just some little tips and tricks and stuff. But this plant is extremely easy. It can sit anywhere and thrive. I have one of these in my kitchen, sitting on a baker's rack, getting kind of low-ish light, and it's done all of this. And I have another one sitting in the living room and in front of the north-facing window, and it's doing great as well. This is a very adaptable plant to any kind of condition. I don't have it in any certain like special soil at all. This is a great plant for beginners as well, I think, because it can kind of take a lot. I have repotted this multiple times and it's done just fine. It's in the soil it came with in the store. And another great thing about this plant is it can take a lot of drought. This plant can stay dry as a bone for like a month and be perfectly fine. The leaves are really thick and succulent-like, and they kind of hold on to a lot of water. So when this plant needs water, it will tell you, because the leaves normally should be kind of nice and flat like this, but when they need water, they're gonna look like rolled up like this. And one thing I love about this plant is that it bounces back super quickly. So if you let it go without water for a long time, it's all rolled up, it's not gonna get crispy or anything, it'll just bounce right back. So this is a really good plant, very adaptable to a lot of conditions. I think it's a great beginner plant, and it's very obvious why I bought another one. I found this one at Albertsons at the grocery store, and then the other one I found, that I'll put a little video up, I found that one at Smith's, I think. I want to say I found that one at Smith's. It was one of those amazing deals that I found, probably less than $15. And it was a big, huge hanging basket. So of course I went store to store to store trying to find another one, and I never saw another one. But every time I do see this plant and it's a good deal, I have to like stop myself from buying another one, because it's just so beautiful. And it's, like I said, it's one you could put anywhere in your house and it will do great. It's such an awesome plant, and it's obvious why I bought 2 of them. So this next plant is actually one of my favorite plants of all time. I just love everything about this. It is the Hoya pubicalix splash. Oh, it has all of these long like vine things. And the other one that I have up there, I'll insert a video of it. That was actually the first one that I bought, and it put up with so many mistakes, all of my beginner mistakes I made with that plant. And it put up with them. It didn't do anything for like a year, but then suddenly it exploded with growth, and it has really just, I think, forgiven me for all of the pain and anguish I put it through. But it's growing so much. I have something in my eye. I don't know if I had something in my eye or one of these poked me in the eye. Anyway, that one up there is growing a lot, and all of the little vines that this one's putting out, that one is wrapping around my snake plant. So I kind of want to give it its own little trellis so it can have its own thing to grow up and not just growing on the other plants, although I love the way that it looks. Anyway, I've had that plant for a long time, and I saw this one earlier this year over at Osuna Nursery. It was $16.99, which I think is a pretty good deal for this huge plant. This is definitely my favorite Hoya. It's the easiest one that I have. I mean, I have a couple other ones that are pretty easy, but this one's very, very forgiving as far as what I found. Like I said, I made many, many mistakes on that plant and it has forgiven me. I love everything about this plant. I love how floppy and loose and fun these leaves are. I love these long vines it puts out. None of my Hoyas have ever bloomed or had flowers for me, but if there is gonna be one, I feel like it's gonna be one of these just because they're, I don't know, I just feel it. But I love this one so much. I definitely didn't need to buy this one because I could just love the one that I have. This one doesn't have as much splash on it like my other one. That one, some leaves are completely white. This one has a little bit of the splashiness, but not too much, but I think enough to still call it splash. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I don't regret buying it, but I definitely didn't need it, you know, but I mean, look at it. I couldn't resist it. Beautiful. It sits on the bookcase in my living room and gets, I want to say low light. It's definitely on the lowest section. It's kind of blocked by another thing, but it's still doing really well. It's still just, you know, loving life down there. So another plant that's very adaptable to a lot of different conditions, and I love it so much. No, I don't regret buying it. I love it. What am I saying? And I wanted to show you, I got a new tattoo. It's a little flower themed. I literally just got it a couple of hours ago. So it has the Tagaderm like bandage on it. So it's bandaged up, although it doesn't look like it. It's like super, super clear, like skin-like bandage. It's super cool. I'm very happy with it. And I'm sure you'll see it here and there in videos after it's all healed up, but I wanted to show you. It looks really cool. I love it. The next plant I own in duplicate is one that I adore, and it is my philodendron jungle boogie. I know this plant looks crazy, but I feel like it's because I had it growing here on the edge of this table, but I kept turning it because it was bending to face the light, so I kept trying to adjust it. And then this is what happened. It has just grown in this crazy, wild looking pattern, and I love it like that. So it just hangs over the pot like this and does whatever it wants, and I think it looks so cool. Definitely a statement plant, a different kind of statement, but statement plant nonetheless. I adore this plant. It's super awesome. I bought this one on Cactus Club's website, and it didn't arrive like this. It arrived kind of like normal-ish, I guess. But I just adore the way that this has grown. I let it just go crazy, and I think it looks really, really cool. I did buy another one of these for $5 over at Smith's. I found it on the clearance section. And that one's growing more traditionally, just kind of up and out. But yeah, I would love for that one to also kind of go crazy like this because it's kind of cool. I love this one a lot. Definitely one of my favorite little babies that I've ever purchased. I guess it looks kind of cool that way, huh? I just have it sitting on the bookcase there, and then this whole piece like sticks out. Definitely a statement, and I adore it. What kind of statement is this plant trying to say? I'm wild and I like it that way. Okay, next plant is this one. The neon pothos. I'm kind of surprised that I have two of these, and I genuinely don't even remember buying the first one. I don't know where I bought these, to be honest. Well, I guess it's in the nursery pot still. I wonder if it has a sticker on it. It doesn't. I don't know where I bought this, but it's sitting in one of these Costa Farms planters, but I know it didn't come in this planter. I just put it in there. And this is a plant I actually used to hate. I used to hate this plant. I don't know what it was. I mean, I want to say it's the color. I was used to other plants like the ones I already showed you, like dark green kind of foliage colors. So when I saw this one, I remember buying it because I was new to plants, and of course my eyes were opened for the first time to houseplants. So every single one was new to me and I wanted all of them. So I bought this because it was new and I wanted it. But I genuinely don't remember even buying the second one. Anyway, this plant has grown on me. I've grown to love this color of the leaves. I think it looks absolutely beautiful against this white pot. This one sits in my living room as well, just on like a stack of books, and it's so beautiful. It just grows and grows and grows, and I love whenever I water this, it like stands up perky and tall, and it does need some water right now, so it's not looking as good as it could, but this plant I adore, and I actually have the second one right here, so I'll just show it to you. And this one actually has grown quite a bit since I've had it. This one actually put up with a lot of abuse as well, a lot of my beginner mistakes, including last summer, no, it was the summer before, I'm pretty sure the summer before last, I had put a lot of my bigger plants like this outside to water them, and I left it out there all night long. This was the dead of summer. left it out there all night long, didn't remember about it until I came home from work the next day, and it was in the direct sun the whole day. I mean, this plant was scorched. So much of the plant ended up dying. I had to cut off tons of leaves. I want to say I cut over half of the plant off because it was just dead and sunburnt to heck, like not even savable. But it really has forgiven me. It's filled back out. It does super, super well. It's full around the whole pot. It's put out these long vines. And I kind of want to cut some of these to kind of break up the green back here. I just kind of want to add some different kind of vining plants. And I think this one would look really, really cool back there. But do I have the heart? Do I have the heart to cut this? Hope that it would propagate correctly? I don't know. I think this would look kind of cool back there, so I might get up the courage to do it. I mean, look at that. I could cut that. Anyway, love this plant so much, and now I love it so much that it's one of those plants that I see and I'm like, I gotta get another one. But I love the two that I have. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and I love this color. It just pops against the other plant colors that I have, which are pretty much all just regular green. And one I used to hate, and now it's become one of my absolute favorites. I have two variegated marantas. So I purchased this from Cactus Club last year. I want to say it was the year before, but I have no concept of time. It could have been 5 years ago. It could have been yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, I bought this on there. I think it was $15. That was the cheapest price I'd ever seen for one of these. And I love this type of maranta. It's the Maranta leucanura, something like that. I actually featured the regular one in a video recently. I think plants I'm crazy about or something like that. I love that plant a lot. So I don't remember if I owned that one before the variegated one though, but either way I have them both. But this plant is absolutely beautiful. It's just got this really pretty white splash on the leaves. It has like a white, but there's also some that are like a light yellow, really beautiful. It has a couple of new leaves growing in that are also variegated. I love the way these leaves grow in as like a little roll, like a little roll up, and then they go whoop, and they flatten out. Super cute. So I have that one. And then this one I purchased just recently back in April. I found this one at Smith's, and I had never seen little marantas like this for sale, but I told myself, I bet there's a variegated one in there, and there was. It doesn't have as much variegation as the other one. This one has every single leaf with some splashiness on it, and this one doesn't. I want to say maybe 30-40% of the plant is variegated, but that's enough for me. So I had to buy it. I didn't need it, but I love it so much. I kind of want to combine both of these in a pot because I think just having one, doesn't that look good? I think having just one big full one rather than these two separate plants is going to be a little easier to care for. They're pretty much on the same watering schedule as well because I watered both of them at the same time all the time. So I think it'll be okay if I stick them both in the same pot. But anyway, here's the variegation on that one. Super cute. I don't remember the price on this one. I want to say $12 maybe. And it came with this nice little pot too. It's not planted in there. It's just sitting in a nursery pot. And I did find this at Smith's. So you got a Smith's near you, check out the marantas. You might find a variegated one just sitting there amongst all the regulars. But yeah, that is it. That is the 5th plant I wanted to share with you that I own in duplicate. I could probably do this video 3 times over like I was saying. So if you like it, you want to see another one, let me know. But there are some plants I just love so much. I want them all over my house. But yeah, that is it. Let me know some plants that you have purchased in duplicate. You loved it so much. You loved all the love that the plant gave to you. You had to get another one. I would love to know what they are. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.